position representation. And we started doing a problem to represent a number both in single precision as well as in double precision. Are you guys able to see the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have given you this number to complete it when you come for this today's session. Let me see, Gayatri. Gayatri, are you there? Gayatri. Roll number 21. And Monish Kumar, are you there? Roll number 47. Gayatri and Monish Kumar. Jason. Jason H. Roll number 29. Are you there or not? Jason. Sudhir. Roll number 28. Roll number 28, Sudhir. Roll number 28, Sudhir. Rishikaran.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, Rishikaran. Can you give me the answer, Rishikaran? When you represent it in single precision, how it will be and when you...
Just a minute, ma'am.
Yes, sure. Rishikaran, that was the homework. Are you doing it only now? Already we have lost so much time. Yeah.
Well, is it 1011?
0, 1.
1111 0100, then followed by like everything zero, ma'am, after that.
You will see. 1011. After that, what did you say?
After that, 1111.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the answer is here for single precision and for double precision also. I'll show you. First thing what you do is you will be 1 second. First thing what you do is this is decided because sign is minus here, so the sign bit will be 1. Okay, and when you convert this, you will be getting 0.11 is your conversion, right? And before you start representing the number, you have to normalize it. Okay, so when you normalize, this will be normalized as 1.11, and at the beginning the scale factor will be into 2 power 0, right, since there is no exponent while you start converting. But when you move this binary place to one position right to normalize it, the scale factor will become 2 power minus 1. Okay, so this is the converted from decimal to binary. Now once you have done this, then you can go for start representing it in single precision as well as in double precision. And like I said already, the sign bit is 1 because the number is a negative number here. Okay, so when you start representing, it will be minus 1 power 1 here, right, and 1.1 to the base 2 after normalization, right, and the scale factor will be 2 power minus 1. Okay, now depends on whether you are going to represent it with single precision or double precision. You got to add the bias value to the exponent so that it becomes either XS 127 representation or XS 1023 representation. Okay, so for single precision, you will be adding plus 127 is the bias that will be adding. So you get 126 where its binary equivalent is this, right? Same way for double precision, you will be adding 1023, right? And the exponent will be 1022 and its equivalent is here, right? So once you have the sign bit, you normalized and ready with the mantissa, and your bias, I mean the exponent is also ready. That means E dash, right, is also ready. Then you can go for expressing it in both any of the format, either single precision or double precision. So to start with single precision, sign bit is 1. After that, the E dash value is supposed to come here, where you can see that 0 and then 6 ones 0, right, where you can see 0 and then 6 ones and 0 here, right, and after that whatever comes the mantissa, and here the mantissa is what comes after the binary point. Okay, so that means it's only 1 1 and remaining all will be zeros. Okay, so here in the mantissa 24-bit mantissa, you get 1 and remaining all zeros you will be getting here, right? This is the case of single precision. Same for double precision, where sign bit is 1 and exponent you can see that 0 and then remaining all ones, then 0, right? So that comes till this, and after that the mantissa, where mantissa is only 1 here, remaining all bits zeros. Okay, this is how you represent the any given number into a single precision or into a double precision format. First you convert the number into binary, right, and then you normalize the number. After normalization, then you go for finding the E dash value, whichever representation you are using, and then you can start expressing the number. Okay, can you take 1 or 2 minutes to go through it, understand and check whether the results you are getting is correct or not? And can I see some hand raise who all got it right? One, two, three, 4. Only 4. That means remaining all of you didn't do it. Okay, just lower your hands. This is not good for you guys. Okay, so this is the case of in case of point 75, right? Instead of this point, if it is happens to be 2.75, right, then after conversion you will be getting 10.11 will be what you will be getting. And in this case, to normalize the number, your binary point should be shifted to one position left, not to the right. Okay, so when you shift it, you will be getting 1.011 into the scale factor will be, sorry, the scale factor will be 2 power plus 1 will be what you get. Okay, and then you add the biasing accordingly, then you start representing the number in whichever format you want. Okay, so here there are a set of numbers given, just note it down, right? And for all this you try to represent both in single precision as well as in double precision. Okay, thought of giving this in class, so I just represented only single precision, but now we don't have time. We lost some more than 15 minutes in the technical problem. So you take it as a homework, right? And express it in both single precision as well as in double precision format. Note down the numbers. And in plus 19 and all, your there won't be any binary place. It will be only zeros, right? So for example, when you convert 19, you will be getting one sec. When you convert 19, the binary equivalent you get will be 10011 is what you get, right? And the exponent will be 2 power 0, right? And here the binary point is actually after this, right? And only will be getting 0, so we won't represent it at all. Okay, but before you go for representing the number, you know that you have to normalize it. So the binary place will come here, right? Then the number will change it like 1.0011 into 2 power 4, right? And in earlier case, if you simply fill it, you will be having some 23, 24 zeros here. And when you normalize the number, naturally the extra bits you have to neglect it. Okay, there are few ways to do the avoid the extra bits. I mean, remove the extra bits, not avoid. Few ways to remove the extra bits, which we will be discussing. But this case, I mean, anyways, your mantissa can be maximum 24 bits only. Remaining bits you have to discard on. Okay. You people clear with this?
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
the last one can we directly write like 1.0 into 2 power minus 3?
Which one? 1 by 8.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to write it as what? 1?
1.0 into 2 power minus 3.
1.0 into 2 power minus 3. How you are saying this, Srivatsan?
I don't know, ma'am.
You don't know.
I'll
Cute.
divide and then change it.
See, generally what we do is it's the same as what we are having here, right? Only thing is different way we represent it, and to make you understand only, I have given in different formats. Okay, in general it will be whatever is equal to 1 divided by 8. Okay, I think you will be getting 0.125, right? So instead of giving this is plus 0.125, right? Instead of giving 0.125, I have given that it can be given in a fraction also, but ultimately it's the same of what you are having in the previous case. Okay, it's nothing different. So general values you convert it into its find out the actual decimal digits, and then you start converting it into binary, then normalize it, and then you find the exponent. Okay, so I think what you are giving is right, because when you convert this 0.125 into binary, it will be converted to a whole number after 4 steps, I think. Till that you will be getting 0.25, then 0.5, then 1. Okay, so yeah, it's right, 1.0 into 2 power minus 3. Okay, when you convert this 0.25, first step you will be getting 0.25, and in the next step you will be getting 0.5, and in the next step you will be getting 1.0, where your conversion stops here. So when you write it, you will be writing as 0.100, right? And scale factor will be 2 power 0, since there is nothing already existing. So now you have to, yeah, then it is you write it as
001.
001. Okay, instead of writing it from the top, I wrote it from the bottom. Okay, so you write it from the top. So then this will be 0, and this will be 1, right? So the binary place will be shifted here, right? So 3 positions to the right, where you will be getting is 2 power minus 3. Okay, and when you do this conversion from decimal to binary, if specified like these many significant digits, then you have to proceed to those many steps, and either it should become a whole number. In that case you can stop it there. If for some conversions that may not be possible, for example, if you take 1 by 3, right, it will be keep on generating the value, it won't end at all. Okay, so in general the conversion, what you do is either set of combination starts to repeat, you will stop there, or if in the question specified that you have to go with these many significant bits, then that many steps you have to proceed definitely. Okay, remaining maybe you can append with zeros. Okay, so if not specified with how many significant bits, then you have to proceed till it ends, either the conversion stops or starts to repeat, or you get a sufficient number of bits, like in case of single precision 24 bits, or in case of double precision 52 bits, like that, how many ever number of bits you need, that many number of bits generated, then you can stop. Okay, that's how the norm is, right? Now we discussed the standard format like single precision and double precision, and there are cases where we can specify our own standard or the number. One such example is given here, right? Can read it as, consider that floating point numbers are represented in 12-bit format, right? Till now we discussed is like 32-bit or 64-bit format, but this case it's just 12 bits, right? And from the given description you should be able to find out what each of these 12 bits stands for. Then that means you understood the representation, and any number given you will be able to express that number or represent that number in the given format. Okay, so now we see out of those 12 bits what's given is the scale factor has been implied to the implied a base of 2, right, and a 5 bit. Okay, so 5 bits we are using it for representing the exponent, right, and in that also specified clearly x is 15 exponent. That means both the binary point can be shifted in any direction, right? So naturally x is 15 exponent. Okay, and then with the two end values of 0 and 31 used to signify the exact 0 and infinity. Okay, so here the point is the starting value when we have 5-bit representation, the starting value will be 0 and the final value will be 31, right? I already told you in overflow and underflow conditions, right, where the representation, even if we have some 256 combinations, if you check it out, it is from minus 126 to 127. That means only 253 combinations has been used to represent the exponent value. That means two combinations are available, right, which here we used to represent the overflow and underflow. Okay, that means anything out of this range, anything goes below minus 126 and anything goes above plus 127, right? We use those two combinations to represent the infinite values. Okay, so here also it's been the same, where 0 represents the exact 0, right? Whenever it's underflow, we represent the value as 0, and whenever it's overflow, we represent the value as infinity, right? Some case the underflow, rather than representing it as 0, we even represent it as minus infinity. Okay, and so in 12-bit, 5-bit has been taken for representing the exponent, and then 6 bits has been used to represent the mantissa, right, and is normalized as in IEEE format. So naturally we are supposed to have the number normalized, okay, before we start representing it. That means it has an implied 1 to the left of the binary point. Okay, and we have one more bit for sign bit. Okay, so the format will be looking like what you are seeing here. 1 bit to represent the sign bit, the MSB, and then 5 bits to represent the excess 15 representation, and then remaining 6 bits to represent the mantissa. Okay, so the same problem what if given earlier, the same thing you can try to express using the 12-bit format also, right? But from 32 and 64, you can also try to represent it in 12-bit format. So we have taken down this. Have you understood, all of you? Is any doubt, or we go to the next?
Ma'am, we can go to the next.
Okay. So here for your understanding how the exponent is getting represented, right? This is just for your understanding, not in the syllabus, right? You have exponent 0. You can see here how it has been represented. Exponent 0 is not represented with all zeros. Okay, we say that we should be able to express both positive as well as the negative numbers. So the exponent value here, whenever it is 0, the excess e dash representation, it will be represented as 0, 7 ones in case of excess 127 representation. Okay, in case of 1023, 0 and remaining all ones. That's how it will be represented. And then you can see that minus 126 represented with 7 zeros and 1, right? And plus 127 represented with 7 ones and 0, right? And the first and last combination, you can see here that it has been used to represent, it has been reserved. That means some case this will be represented, used to represent the minus infinity, and some case it will be representing 0, depends on the number format we use, right? And the highest high-end combination has been used for representing plus infinity, right? So the number what we are having, that is why we say cannot be straight away used. We remove the bias, find out the actual exponent, and then we represent it. Okay, and when we go for representing it in single precision, we convert that, we add the bias value, right, the excess representation value, and then only we go for representing the number. Okay. So now we represented the number. The next step is to the basic requirement is first we should be able to represent. Once we are able to represent, then we should be able to perform all the arithmetic operations, the basic arithmetic and logical operations we should be able to perform. So that means we need to establish a protocol for doing those operations. Okay. So we just see what we do for each of the basic functions, right? Then we discuss in detail tomorrow, right? For addition and subtraction, it's the standard protocol where when you have the exponent numbers, two exponents cannot be having the same value, right? It will be one exponent will be one value and other exponent will be another value. In that case, you cannot straight away go for adding it up. So when we have two numbers, for example, given here, right, one exponent is 8, another exponent is 6, right? So in that case, we cannot straight away go for addition. So what we do is we choose the highest term. We choose the lower exponent value and adjust its mantissa to make the exponent equal to the higher value. Okay, so in this case, the lower value is 6. So we choose that and then we adjust it to the higher, right? Why do we have to choose the lower value? Why not with the higher value and then adjust it to the lower? Can anyone weigh in? What will happen if you take the higher value and adjust it to the lower exponent value? No idea? Okay, generally we say that the number should be a normalized number, right? What happens when you adjust the higher exponent value to the lower exponent value? I've given the point almost. You just have to find out one last step.
Addition or subtraction to the exponent?
Addition and subtraction to the
Exponent.
when we add what should be same, and then we add the mantisas. The lower shifting the mantisas rather than selecting the higher exponent and shifting it to the lower exponent. Okay, think about it, come up with the
We'll
answer.
have the same as
Yes.
that of higher exponents one.
We'll have the same as that of
Higher exponent number.
Yeah, why not choose the lower
It-
exponent and
It will
adjust
be
it?
very, very less significant, ma'am. 301
Which one?
something.
Which one?
If we, so when we add those both, we'll get something like 301 into 10 power 6. So
There will be 3 digits before the point.
Excellent. Who's that? Prashant. Okay, you started. Srivatsan started, and he realized. I mean, Prashant realized from your answer. Like Srivatsan said, it will be 300 point something you will be getting, right? And our aim is always to have the number normalized so that when you do the processing at the end, sometime you may be required to normalize the number, but most of the time it may not require. Okay, but when you shift it the other way, like you select the higher exponent and then adjust it to the lower exponent, at the end you have to always normalize the number, right? And the next problem will be you won't be able to accommodate the 300 because when we do the process or the facilities or the resources available will be to process the mantissa only. Okay, but when you are getting the number as 300 point then something, only whatever comes after the point will be considered as the mantissa. That means the previous numbers won't be processed at all, right? And you will be ending up with the wrong result. Okay, so but when you adjust it like this, that value will always be there, right? And normalization may be required at the end, sometimes may not be required. Okay, so we choose the lower exponent and then adjust it to the higher exponent, right? Which you can see here. When we adjust it to the higher exponent, this 1.19 has been written as 0.0119 into 10 power 8. So once you have equated the mantisses, then the once you have equated the exponents, then you can simply add the mantisses or subtract the mantisses and then straight away get the result. Okay, this is for addition and subtraction. We discuss multiplication and division also, and one design for doing this one system design for doing this addition and subtraction in the next class. Okay, I think better you have few minutes break before you go for the next session, right? And you have any doubt in this, that also will clear it in the next session. Okay, guys, thank you, take care, bye all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.